Hey there, Matt Mailka here, checking in from Santa Clara Levi Stadium. Just wanted to give you an update on the happenings in 49er land on Thursday as the 49ers get set to face the New York Jets. Their first main practice of the week. Two guys did not practice today. D. Winters with his ankle and also Yetur Gross-Matos with his knee. Those guys, I saw them going through physical therapy on a side field. Among the guys who are limited, Christian McCaffrey, certainly the headliner there, limited in practice with the calf injury that we've known about for quite some time. The 49ers also list him with an Achilles situation, something that I guess has been nagging him. It appears as if he's going to be a full go for the game, but just something to keep an eye on there. Also, Talanoa Hufanga, Aaron Banks, Juwan Jennings, and Isaac Grendo were limited. Probably the most notable thing that we saw during the course of the day before practice was Ricky Pearsall. I noticed him over by the weight room talking to team personnel, including strength and conditioning coach Dustin Perry. At what point I saw him raise his right arm, like kind of showing the range of motion. Of course, the right side is where he had the gunshot wound on Saturday. He was in the hospital for 21 hours after the gunshot wound. He was discharged. He went home. He's been around the team ever since. And so really, just an incredible turn of fortunate circumstances after what looked to be such a scary thing on Saturday when he was shot in the chest. And as Kyle Shanahan said on Thursday, the bullet wound was 2 inches below where Ricky has a tattoo of praying hands. But anyway, I saw him like lift his arm up like this to about shoulder height. A little while later, as the team was going through, the wide receivers were going through drills, he grabbed a football and walked out there. You could see him kind of spinning it, throwing it up in the air, catching it. This is a guy that is very eager, obviously, to get back on the field. In fact, Kyle Shanahan said that one of the first things that Pearsall said to him after he was in the hospital and they were able to hook up through a FaceTime was Ricky saying, "I think I can still play Monday night against the Jets." Well, obviously that's not going to happen. He's going to miss 4 games going on the non-football injury list, the reserve non-football injury list. So he'll be out at least until October 6th. That's when the 49ers in week 5 face the Arizona Cardinals. So one of the things that the 49ers are looking at right now is because of the gunshot wound, they don't want him working up a sweat. Typically when guys have surgery of any kind or there's an open wound, they don't want any sweat in there for the risk of an infection. So they're going to keep him kind of on the sideline, not doing much physically for the next week or so, and then they'll ramp up the rehab, the physical therapy, and they do expect him to get on the field at some point this season. So this is an interesting game because of all the stuff that's happened. The 49ers announced their team captains. Kyle Shanahan announced the team captains on Thursday, and this is a time when really the leadership of the team kind of comes to the forefront. They have 8 team captains. 6 of them are on offense, 2 of them are on defense. The guys on offense: Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Trent Williams. The guys on defense: Bosa and Warner. Now, I asked Nick Bosa about the defensive line, and it really is a whole new cast of defensive linemen for the 49ers this season. It's basically Bosa, Hargrave, and Kevin Givens, and I guess Robert Beal, but so many new faces. Nick Bosa said something interesting on Thursday. He said that he believes this will be a better defensive line, that so many of the guys last year came to the team late, and so they really didn't get that background of working the reps and everything else during training camp. And Bosa is kind of in that same boat too, because he missed all the training camp. So some of the run fits were just not as good as they should have been. That's why the run defense wasn't as good. But having a guy like Malik Collins, who was an absolute load in the middle, that should help the 49ers run defense. And Nick Bosa also said that he felt that Leonard Floyd is primed to have the best season of his career. So they might need that, and it needs to start on Monday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. So 49ers defense has its work cut out for it, defending against Garrett Wilson, defending obviously against Aaron Rodgers and also Breece Hall, the dynamic running back. So that's where we are. 49ers putting in that game plan, getting ready to face the Jets on Monday night. One other thing that was kind of a noteworthy situation, we don't often talk about the backups, but we will in this case because it's the backup quarterback. 49ers decided to go with Brandon Allen as the backup quarterback over Joshua Dobbs. So that's the way it's going to start off. Brock Purdy, the starter. Brandon Allen will be in uniform as the number 2. Joshua Dobbs, because he's on the 53-man roster, will also be in uniform, but he'll be the emergency quarterback. Check out all of our stuff on NBC Sports Bay Area, all of our stories written there on the website. Also, Jennifer Lee Chan and I doing our 49ers Now, which you can find on YouTube as well on the NBC Sports Bay Area page. And then also subscribe to the 49ers Talk podcast. And also, since I'm just reeling off all these things on your to-do list, please subscribe as I try to grow my YouTube following. So thanks again, and we'll check in with you shortly.